Good morning, guys. I'm audible. Please respond yes, no. Audible or not. So, yeah, good morning, Nilanjan. So, I hope everyone has gone through the sessions like the previous session that we have conducted yesterday. Mr. Audible, the mic seems good. Should I go for airports? This is not good then. Good now? Okay. So, we have remaining one topic that we discussed yesterday. Okay, that will start from today. And one more thing is that I'll also give you some more problems today with respect to the arrays and with respect to the whatever we have learned till now. All right. Okay. So we have learned till now what the arrays, objects, and we have also discussed some few methods regarding the map filter. And today we also see first the bit method of arrays like sort, reverse, and a split. That kind of method we'll look into it for today. All right. So cool, guys. Let me upload the session first. Wait for a while. Okay. So I hope the slides are visible to you now. Dipanshu, please try to that's why we are conducting the session in the morning in the weekends, right? Okay. So please try to see and please try to revise whatever we have learned in the throughout the day because we have today and tomorrow's day, right? You know, just a minute. So we have today's and tomorrow's session. Today's day, entire day that you can utilize in with respect to the revision and the practice, right? Okay. Okay. So I think so. You guys are asking about the code, right? That you have taken the backup yesterday. Yeah. Just a second. I'll be sharing that. Okay, I'll uploading that right now in the GitHub. Okay. So I hope everyone have GitHub access, right? Wait for a while. In that I have commented everything. You have to just uncomment it, whatever you want to use, right? So I'll name this as map filter or as arrays 2. Okay, I'll just name it arrays 2. Okay, so guys, it has been uploaded in your GitHub. It has been uploaded on GitHub. So I'll just share the GitHub link. So anyone have the GitHub link right now, or else like let me see for the GitHub link. Okay, don't worry. I'll be sharing that. Rupesh, I don't have like previous like deepest link. I am sharing in the lecture by lecture. So either you can ask in the Slack or else you have to watch the session for that because I have not like taken backup for that. Okay, of the deepest link. Okay, but whatever we have covered in the previous session that I told that I have taken the backup, I have uploaded that file on GitHub. Okay, so Navneet, please share the link like right now. Okay, so that everyone can take from that. All right, now. So Rupesh will share that, and now we'll be starting with today's session without wasting much time. I guess so. Everyone is here. Right. So I'm sharing my screen. Right. Okay. ठीक है. Mac Rupesh is sharing in a while. Okay. The GitHub link Mac like Rupesh will be sharing in a while. Okay. Don't worry. And the notes that I have I took I have given to the Anshul. I hope he has given to you previous night. Okay. So this is my OneNote right now. I hope everyone can see that. Yes, Navneet, do you have link now? Navneet has link, I guess so. Not Rupesh. Then yeah, Navneet has link. Okay, so he will be sharing that. Don't worry. Okay, now, so guys, I'm taking one thing that is called, wait a minute. Okay, so what we have seen in the earlier session, that is arrays, basically objects, right? Think so I have note for that here. So yeah, objects we have seen, different methods of to create the object, types of object, like types of to creating the object. There are two types: constructor way and literal way, right? Primitive and non-primitive, mutable, non-mutable, JSON objects, and map, filter, reduce, and forest. With respect to the this arrow function, this arrow function was so important, so that I have now explained that. That was not included in DAG, but I have included that, right? Today we'll be seeing the arrays with respect to the sort and reverse, what is destructuring in objects and arrays, and the problems with respect to that. Fine. Okay, so we'll be going through all of that right now. All right, so now, if I will be asking you, that uh, okay, so let's revise some of the previous things. Okay, or else what we can do, like I'll be directly jumping to the arrays. Okay, so in the arrays we have seen that arrays is what, the combination of different kind of elements, right? You know, that's what the array is, right? Yes or no? You know. Okay, so Navneet has shared the link, you can see that. I'll be uh, this is, you can see now, right? Navneet has shared the link, you can just paste it out quickly if you want and takes snapshot. Okay, and for every, like Navneet, please share in the like Slack also, okay, if you can, so that everyone can see that. Okay, now, uh, now let me share it again. Okay, so are you guys helping each other in Slack or not? If not, please do that. Okay, please help each other. And are you guys asking questions to TS? You know, please do that also quick, like every day, I think so. You know, you have to do that because we have this facility. Yeah, we in our time we did not have this kind of facilities. Okay, so take advantage of that if you have. Right, right. So now, with respect to arrays, now we will see some more methods. Okay. Okay. Uh, Now, first method of the array that will be called as something sort. As per name suggests, sort will be sorting your elements, right? Sort function will be sorting your elements based on some function. Okay, so let's say if I have my array, let's say let array is equals to 5 1 2 6. Okay, the previous example that we have taken yesterday, right? Now if you want to sort it, then you can just call this particular array dot sort method. I'll just share the, no, just a second, I'm just sharing the Mozilla so that I can show you what I mean to say, right? Okay. So let me know once you can see the Mozilla screen. Okay, the console screen of Mozilla. You can see that, you know? Right? Now, if I'm taking my array as let array is equals to, that the previous example that we have taken yesterday, 5 1 2 and 6, right? Now, if I do that, console dot log array dot sort, right? If I do that, then you can see my output as it's sorted, right? My array has been sorted, correct? It has been sorted in ascending order. Yes or no? Anna. But what if I want to sort my array in the way that I want? Let's say I want that it has to store, like it has to sort in the descending order, or lowest to highest or highest to lowest, right? In whichever way I want. Okay. So now array, this sort method will take a callback function, like it will take a function that as we have discussed earlier, right? So now I'll just write the arrow like arrow syntax for that. I'll not write the entire syntax. I hope you will be comfortable with that, right? So in the arrow syntax, we first of all we have to do what? Arrow. In the left hand side, we have to do what? The arguments, right? So I'm taking my arguments as two numbers right now, a comma b, right? And in the right hand side, whatever my logic will be, I will write in that. Okay, so I will write a minus b. Okay. Okay. So whenever my number is like a minus, will be giving me the positive result, you know. So it will be stored. It will be stored in the ascending order. If it equals to 0, then it will not swap the numbers, and if it's less than 0, then it will swap the numbers, right? So basic logic will be this. Let me refresh the page, and okay. Arguments after that, I think there is one more thing. Yes, this one, right? So you can see now it has been sorted in again ascending order, right? But I want to store in descending order, then I just need to do what? B minus A. It, you can see it has been stored done in the descending order. Cool, right? Not getting this? Okay, let me get you that. Okay, now. So whenever this my A minus B, whenever my A minus B would be uh okay, like yeah, I'm explaining that. Don't worry. Okay. So whenever my this 5 minus 1, that is 4, you know, if I'm doing this a minus b, then whenever my 5 minus 1, that is 4, you know, it is giving me the positive result. Okay. So I need to swap 1 with the 5. Okay. Now again 5 with 2, it will give me the positive result. Then I need to do what? 5 with the 2, I need to swap, right? Again 5 with 6, it's giving me negative result, so I need not to swap. Okay, this is the internal logic of this. So whenever my this a minus b, let me write it. Whenever my a minus b gives me the positive result, then we need to what? We need to do swap. Whenever my a minus b will give me the negative or equals to 0 result, then we need not to swap. Can I say that? You know? Yes. Okay. So it is default conditions to swap. No, it's not default condition. Na? Whenever your a minus b, like you can understand by this only, na, that see, if you need to ascend it, you know, without using any function, or without like this sort function will internally works like that, you know. It will take two arguments, and whenever your the first argument is greater than your second argument, that means your a minus b, whenever it will gives you the positive result, that means your a is bigger than b. Yes or no? है ना? 6 minus 5 would be 1, so 6 is bigger than 5. Yes or no? Okay. So if you want your output as in the ascending order, then you need to do what? The swap, right? Yeah. So yeah, a will be always changing. Okay. So it will be just like works like map and filter. It will work in the for entire array. Okay. It will traverse to entire array, right? Okay. So it will work like this. And if I want to make it as a descending order, then I need to do what? I need to just do the exact reverse thing. Let's say if the b minus a, that means 5 minus 1, that is positive, then I need not to swap if I want output like this. Okay, right? Because 5 is bigger than 1, right? Similarly for every elements, right? Right. Okay. Now, now. Okay, so Dipanshu is asking a is greater than b. So if you do a is greater than b, okay, here, think about it, na? What it will be happening. Okay, so it will sort your error. But if you do b minus b greater than a, then it will do what? Then it will do what? Descending order. Yes, it will also work. Okay, Dipanshu, how many comparisons will it perform? Subir, you say, na? How many components will it perform? Because we are taking two elements at a time, right? So it will this two elements, like this one element will be compared to each and every element which are the right. Okay. Okay, got it now, Dipanshu? Cool. Now, now the another thing here to note is when this sort is another function, right? So inside that you have passed the function, so you can also write the entire function for that. Yes or no? Right? Okay. Because Priyanshu, this will be handled internally with this respect to the sort method. Okay. Similarly, in case of like filter and map method, have I gone through, have we gone through like how to traverse the array? It will be handled internally, right? So what I mean to say here is, this is my arrow function. Yes or no? This is my arrow function. Yes, everyone. Yeah. Okay. So if I need to write entire function for that, then also can I do, right? Okay. So Nayan is saying what is A and B at every time. Okay. So for that, if you want to see, then I'll just write a new function for that. You know, inside that I'm taking this, and if I'm returning A minus B, okay, let's check output what is now. Okay, okay, it's having proper output now. Now what I do, I'll just create, I'll just take this function out like this. I'll create it here. I'm giving this name as sort ascending, right? And I'm giving this function here. Okay. Inside this, I'm passing what my every time what I need to pass A comma B. But what is my A comma B? That is not known, right? It is not known, right? So anyway, you have to mention a function here only, right? Like this way, because A and B would be anyway the dynamic thing every time. So you need to check what is your A and B. Then you need to do what, debugger. Okay, or else you can just write console dot log A comma B. So like now, one thing to note here, is, see, every time your debugger would not work. Let's say if you are working with Vue.js, if you are working with Node.js, sorry, not Node.js, if you are working with Vue and Node, your debugger would not work. You have to work with the console. In the React, I think so it work. It will work, but in Vue it's very difficult to work with the debugger. Okay, so make a habit to debug your thing with the help of the console also. Okay, because when I was learning the thing, I had that habit that I always need debugger in order to debug the thing. I was not comfortable with console thing. Okay, so initially it was bit tougher for me because I did not know what is happening inside, right? So make a habit of this console also. Yes, Anna. Now if I do this, then see, every time your 5 would be comparing to 1. Okay, 5 would be compared with the 2. Okay, okay, 1 would be comparing with 2. Okay, and 2 will be comparing with the 6, but it will not happen. Correct or not? How many of you guys are able to get this? How many of you guys are able to get this? Okay, because I'll be trying to bit slow, because I think so. Okay, fine, I'll do that. Not getting the output. Okay, how many of you guys, anyone have got this output? Okay, see, so I'll explain that. So 5 will be comparing with the 1 first. Yes or no? Okay, let's say I'm just explaining by this. You can debug. Okay, now let's check it. Copying this, and I'll be sharing with the Chrome. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute. Okay, let's do here only. Just a second. Okay. So that if you do this, then see in the debugger, first of all, your A is what, 5, B is 1, correct? Now you will compare A minus B. What is A minus B? A is 5, B is 1, right? So it will return what, 4, है ना? Yes. Okay. Okay. Now again it will compare with the what? A is 5, B with B is 2. Yes. Now again it will do what? 5 minus 2, that is what? True. It will return true, or you can say 3, है ना? Yes. Now again it will compare with what? 1 with 2, because every elements will be compared na. Okay, 5 with 1, 5 with 2. Now 1 with 2. Because, 5 with 6 it will not compare because it's less than of 5, right? Okay. Now again it will have happening with what? 1 and 2. Yes, correct. Okay. So 1 minus 2 would be what? Negative number. Right. So now again it will happening with what? 5 with 6. Yes. Now it will be what? Negative number. So it will be as it is, because you have to make the ascending order. Okay. So that's how your output would be made. Correct. Yes or no? How many of you guys are clear with this? How many of you guys are clear with this? Everyone? Right. So if I want to explain this in a bit simpler way, na? So first of all, can anyone tell me, like, see, this a minus b is equals, like, gives a minus b will return you. If it return negative value, if it's return negative value, the value will be ordered before b. Okay. If it's giving negative value, then the value will be ordered before b. If it's equals to 0, then ordering of a and b won't change. And if your return value would be positive, then the value in b will be ordered before a. That's how it will work basically. Okay. Okay. Why this is, yeah, it has gone now. It will return when it's negative. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Now you're getting what is the value. So swap does not mean like actual swap, it like ordered thing. Okay. So it will be ordered before a, right? As I just said. Sir, explain in case of negative. Okay, so in case of negative, you just need to do what? You just need to do b minus a. Okay, you need to just do b minus a. It will be just opposite of a minus b. Okay, okay. So am I clear with this up to this point? You are not getting still. Okay, fine. So let me explain you in like bit simpler way. Let me try. Okay, take it. No problem. Take it. Let me try. Okay. So see, guys, let me go with this. So if you have your function a comma b, okay, it will return a minus b, right? So whenever your this function sort, it will take a function as a parameter. Okay, this function as a parameter is what you are taking a minus a comma b arrow function, and a minus b is your the function inside your sort, right? So this is doing what? This is what the sorting algorithm uses repeatedly to compare two elements in the array and decide which one goes for left of the array and which one goes for the right of the array, right? So please listen to me carefully. I'm repeating again. Your function sort, inside the function sort, I'm passing another function which will take two arguments, a comma b, है ना? So this is what the sorting algorithm uses repeatedly to compare these two elements in the array at a time and decide which one to go left and which one to go right. And now how do this will be like deciding? So like if you are sorting numbers in ascending order, then the smallest will go first, go in the left. And if you are sorting in the descending order, then the biggest goes to the left, right? Right. Now your function needs to return -1, okay, for a to be sorted to the left of the b, right? So let's say 1 to be sorted to the right of b and 0 to be considered equal, right? Right. So can I say that if my a minus b will return me the negative number, then anyway my a is smaller than b, let's say, then I can also say a will be sorted to the left of the b, right? Similarly, if I can say a positive number, if like if a minus b will be giving me the positive number, then a will be bigger than b, right? So a will be anyway sorted to the right of the b, right? And for the zeros case, zero, if the like a minus b is 0, then they both are equal, right? So it does not matter which one comes first, right? Right. So I hope everyone is clear right now. Everyone cleared? Got it? Okay, it's so simple. You just have to understand that, right? Okay. Now what I mean to say by this is, like similarly you can also go for b minus a. It will be the exit reverse order, right? Okay, so now I think so many of you guys have got it right. Okay, yes or no? Okay, great. Chalo, okay. Now what I do now is uh, okay, Vikas is not getting the same answer because you must have no doing something wrong. Okay, I will be sharing this. After that you can try. Okay, okay, don't worry. I'll be sharing the code, then also you can try. Okay, in case of negative, we can better use a. You can use anything, like if you can use b minus n either way. Okay, Hariharan, it will be giving the same result. Okay, now sir, does the original array changes as well? Try to log it. Okay, try to log it, because see, in the sort you are performing the action in the original array only, right? So if you just console it, let me show you. Let me show you. That's a good question, Joseph. By the way, let me show you that. So Joseph is asking us that, sir, this console.log array.sort has printed whatever we have given, right? But what does this console.log array will be holding, right? So what does this will be hold? Let's check that now. Okay. We have also checked with respect to map filter and every other function. Similarly, it will be happening here because we are not doing anything in this original array. We are just taking reference of that, right? Okay. Okay, great, Vikas. You got it. That's great. Now, what I do is, what if I'll tell you that, sir, I want to do something like that. That if I have my array like this, everyone can see my OneNote screen. Okay, Likit, by default it will be in the ascending order. Okay, if you just do array dot sort without passing anything, it will be in the ascending order. You can also try that. Okay, now in the list array, okay, this is my array, right? Now I will be doing what? I want that reverse thing. Okay, so I want my array as 6215. Okay, this question we also anyway like touching today without using the internal method of the array. Okay, so the internal method of the array to reverse the elements is what? Dot reverse thing. Okay, so you can also do like array dot reverse, right? Okay, okay, so this is pretty simple. Okay, similarly I'll be showing you in a while. Okay, I'll be showing you in a while. Now similarly, if my arrays, let's say a string, let's say if my array is like relabel. Okay, okay, so if my string is relabel, then if I do my array dot split function, this is my split function. Okay, this is my another split function. So if I do my array dot split function, then it will be giving me each element. Okay, each element of this to me. All right, so it will give me output as what? It will be giving me output as what? In my array, this will be giving me entire new array: R, E, L, E, V, E, and L. Okay, okay, okay. Now I'll be also showing you that that's reverse and the split in action. Just a while, just a minute. Okay, now I'm doing what? Now I'm working with the slice method. Okay, slice method. Okay, now what does this slice method do? The slice method will return a copy of the portion of the array. Let's say the substring of the array, you can say, into the new array. But okay, so if I do that, if my arrays, let's say, let's take an example from the deck only, that if my array is what? My aunt, my bison, my no elephant, anything like. Okay, so if you have an array like this and you do what? You do the array dot slice 2. Okay, you are passing the array dot slice function. Inside this, it will be accepting the numerical value. Okay, so if you do like this, like one here. Okay, if you do like one here, then it will be giving you output as everything after the one element. Okay, so it will give you the output as 0 and 1. And now it will be giving you output as bison, and elephant. Okay, it's like substring, like sub array of your original array. Okay, now what if you want to stop, you want to, like, you have another two elements in that also. Now after this elephant, after this elephant, you have some crow, then peacock. Okay, you have this one. Now you want to sort like array, sorry, slice. Okay, array dot slice. If you just do like here pass 2, then it will be doing what? 0, 1, 2. So after 2 it will be having every element, so it will be giving you elephant, crow, and peacock. Okay, right? But if I do array dot slice 2 comma 4, so it will like 2 comma 3, suppose. Okay, so it will start from 2 and at 3. Okay, so if you just do this and end, like every element after 2 will be picked. If you do this, then 2 and 3 will be picked. Okay, I hope am I making sense, right? Okay, so now let's see in the action. Yeah, Dipanshu, I'm repeating that. Okay, you can see from that also, don't worry, we are here. Now if I do what, if my array will be, let's say elephant, so peacock, then bison, like this. Okay, if I do now, that array dot slice or array dot slice first. Okay, if I do 2, okay, let's say I do console dot log. They're pretty easy methods. Okay, don't worry about this. This is not that much of complicated that we have seen yesterday, so don't worry about this at all. Okay, so you can see that it is picked the every element after 2. Okay, 0, 1, 2. So it has been picked every elements after 2. Yes, peacock and bison. Enough. Yes. Now if I do 2 comma 3, okay, and I'm adding another some elements such as what, dog, cat, mouse. Okay. Now if I do again run this, see, in the first, it has been picked every element after peacock, you know, 0, 1, 2. And in the second, since it's 0, like 2 and 3, okay, so it will be picked only 2, because your whatever in your right side element, it will be 2 and minus 1. Okay, so if you have 3, then 3 minus 1, there is 2. So it has just picked 2. But if I do here 4, okay, so it will be picked 4 minus 1, that is 3. Okay, so it will give you 2 results, peacock and bison. If I'm giving here 5, then it will be picked starting from 2, ending from 4. Okay, so 2, 3, and 4. Am I making sense, guys? Good morning. It can, okay, here to, yes, yes, yes. Clear? Clear? Okay, so now I'm just noting here so that for your reference that slice will take first argument till second argument minus 1. Okay, take values till first argument, sorry, from first argument till second argument minus 1, right? Okay, so I will be copying this for your reference. And for those guys who have joined late, I have already uploaded the yesterday's class in the GitHub. Okay, and also I have also shared like today is 21st, let me store it first, 21st.js. Okay, and whatever we have learned yesterday, in the OneNote, I have also shared the notes in the with the Anshul. He will be sharing it with you. I think so. He has like right now stored like shared with you all also. Okay. Okay. Now like Subir is saying me that, sir, please do this, that array of 2 dot slice 2. Okay. So Subir, if you access this array of 2, then this is array or not? 0, 1, 2. This is string, right? This is string dot slice 2, right? So let's run this. Let's run this. You can see, since array of 2, that is, it is array, right? String is also an array, right? So it will be picked. It will be picked every element after 2. That means 0, 1, 2. So after A, C, O, C, K. Right? Okay, Sweet. Nice. Okay, slice 4, slice 3 will be starting and ending, or they will show error. Slice 4, okay, comma 4. No, you have to pass the, like, you cannot do like this. Okay, the empty space, comma 5. I think it will not work. Let's check. Okay, it is not working, right? Okay, so you cannot do that. Now, Suraj, I am repeating that. See, the slice method will be using for sub array. Okay, to find a sub array. Okay, so if you say like this array dot slice 2, all right. So this every element after the second element will be picked. Now, what is my second element here? 0, 1, and 2, right? So every element after the peacock will be picked. Let's run this. Uh, yeah, equal to comma 3 or 4. Okay. Now let's run this. So you can see every element after peacock has been picked, Suraj, right? Okay, so Suraj is saying array of 2 is not he is not getting, right? So see, Suraj, in the array of 2, what is my array of 2 element? Peacock, right? Peacock is itself a string. So string is also an array, right? Okay. So in this particular array, what is my second element? My first is what? P. Sorry, 0 is what? P. First is E, and second is my A. So after this A, everything will be picked. Correct? Okay, this is how it will be working. Okay, okay. Arpit, you can also know, you can play with that if you, when whatever means you want. Okay, okay. So if you do 4 comma 2, because it will be not giving anything, right? Simple. Okay. Now, now, Joseph, why? See, can you guys tell me why it is not printed? Because you are starting from the fourth index, right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, dog is my fourth index. So from the fourth index, you need to go till the 2 minus 1, that is first index. So 4 minus 1. So can you find first index after the fourth index? No, right? You know, every time 2 will become after 1 only. Okay, 2 will not come before 1, right? That is the reason. Okay, okay, don't complicate the things, guys. है ना? It will be like pretty simple. So if you complicate the things, then you cannot find the problem in your particular code. है ना? So first learn as it is, whatever it has been taught to you, or else you can also like think out of the box. Okay, like you are asking pretty good question. You know, every time if I like previously also in previous case also some other guy has asked me to print the original array. These questions are good. Okay, but you cannot like do like this. You know, sir, how sorting in the string inside an array will be work? Okay, so Vasu, if I sort this much, okay, so let's say if I have let me just first copy this. Okay, just a second. I have already copied. So let str will be my peacock. Okay, so it is my peacock. Now if I do str dot sort, and if I do in this console dot log, okay, str.sort is not a function, okay, because it will be working with the the numerical elements only, okay, okay, it is not an array, right? Okay, or else you can also try with this, that peacock then dog, okay, and I'm doing str.sort, okay, okay, if we do like this, then if it's sorting, okay, because there are two elements of array, and it will be picked first element of it, okay, okay, it will be compare this p with the d, it will compare with p with d. So if this b, like d's ascii value is before p, that is why d is coming before p. But if you take here as a, okay, a peacock, okay, so a's ascii value will be lesser than d, so it will not sort. See, let's not sort, right? Okay, okay, there is a direct method for sorting the string. I'll be let you know, Ekta. Okay, there is a direct method to sort a string in that. I think you guys must know this. I don't know. Can anyone guess what is the direct method of to sorting the string in the JavaScript. But yeah, let this no be as it is right now. Let this be as it is right now. See what we have gone through till now. That if you have an array like this, then you can sort. Okay, any number. Okay, but if you have just one string, then how to sort? I'll let you know. Okay, don't worry. Do not know. Okay. So okay, fine. So now what I mean to say by this one that is like we left with one operation in that. Let me focus on that first. Okay, so we had this. Now I'll be just clearing this up. Okay, now if I do my array dot what, which other method we have seen just now apart from splice? Split. Yes. So if you do split, then what it will do? I just told you how attentive you are. Let's check. If you do this, what will be my output? If you do this, what will be my output? Okay. If you do this, let's say let str. Now what will be my output? Right. If you do this, a double r. Let's give me what? Elephant. Why? Why does give me the same thing? No splitting, right? Why? Because see, this array is what? This array is what? Yes. So inside the split method, we have to make a separator. Okay, we have to pass a separator. Let's say double string, empty string. Okay. Now if I refresh this and if I show you, then it has been accepted as it is, right? Right. Now if I do like this, elephant, comma, dog, okay, in a one string, and if I pass separator as comma, then what will be my output? What will be my output? Elephant and dog. Yes, it has been separated by comma. So whichever element or whichever character you want to separate from, you have to pass here, right? If I just pass from D, like letter D. So if you see in this particular string, there is only one letter called as D, right? So if I do this, and if I run this again, you can see my elephant comma would be in the one string. From the this separator, that is my D, the other string would be copied. So it will be copied in the new array. I hope everyone got this. I hope everyone got this. You know? So this split will be passed inside the split. The argument would be your separator. Now tell me which other method we have seen. Tell me which other method we have seen just now. Reverse, right? So if you do reverse of this, that array dot reverse, okay? And if you have your array like this, 5 comma 1 comma 6 comma 0, okay? If you have this one, if you do this, then see your array has been reversed. Okay. Now we'll today I think so we will be seeing how to reverse your array without using this reverse method. Okay. We understood that with the help of reverse you can sort your element with numerical values. Okay. But how to do with the without using the reverse method of the array, right? So if you pass here like this, that elephant comma dog, then how it will be behaving? Okay. How it will be behaving? Talk comma elephant, right? So it will basically swap the elements. Okay, it will basically reverse your elements. 0 1 2, it will do 2 1 0. Okay, yes Mac, you are right. With the help of for loop or traversing we can do that. Okay, without the help of reverse we'll see that today, right? Right. Now how to swap letters of, yeah, we'll see that, don't worry. Okay. Now, if I'll tell you that yesterday we saw the objects, right? Right. Now, if I'll tell you that, say my object is my person, inside my person, we take an example yesterday of name. Okay, I'm take JSON object here, name. Inside that, I'm passing my name as Mehak, and I'm taking my age as 24, and I'm taking my siblings as my array. Okay, inside this, I'm taking Rohan. Okay, for an example, I'm taking this, right? Right. Now, for an example, consider that in one particular area, I just want to use age. Okay, I just want to use age only. So if I access this particular person object over there, now right now I can understand there are only three properties inside it. Let's say for an example, if I have hundreds of property inside my object, right, and I'm trying to access just age, so why to bother these hundreds of property, right? You know, so one method could be what, like as Dipanshu says and Parag says, person dot age, right? But if you do like person dot age here, then entire 100 property would be disturbed now. It will scan through every keys of the object and it will fetch this age property. Yes, you know, although it will give you output, but it is not efficient enough. Yes or no? Yes or no? Right. So instead of that, what JavaScript does is, so like, right, let's say I'm using this person dot age hundreds of time in my particular program, you know, I'm accessing that this hundreds of time in my particular program, so it will be more time consuming and it will be more absurd method, right? It's not a proper way to do, right? So instead of that, in the JavaScript ES6 concept, ECMAScript concept 6, they have introduced one another thing such as destructuring. It is called as your object destructuring, right? So let's say your age is this. Okay, so we will initialize your new object called as age person. Okay, like this, or else person age. Now inside this, what you will do, you will just assign your person dot age. Right now we are not using any of the concept of ES6, which is just a normal thing. Okay, and whenever you want to access your age, you will just copy this person age, right? Here, this is either way to do that. Yes or no? You know, so here what we are doing, here we are writing the same code to extract objects of elements. Okay, but now if we use object destructuring, then how easy would be it will be, let me show you. Okay, so now if whichever point in whichever file you need to write your let me copy this one for example. Okay, in our file, just a second. Now, what I mean to say by this is that if I get rid of this, and now if I do in whichever file, if I want to include my object, I'll just write my object. Let's say my let, like which property I want to access now, the age only, right? So I'll open and close curly braces and I'll write age. Now from which object I need to extract this person object, right? So in right hand side, I need to write my person. So it is basically telling the interpreter that please extract age property from this particular object, right? And if I'm doing this console.log age, okay, okay, it is giving me the same output. So from now, whenever you are working with the objects, don't try to include every object, like don't try to access from person.age, you know. If you are working with multiple files, I'll show you how to use it in a real time example, you know, real project. But make a habit of this if you can, otherwise person.age would also fine in some scenario. So how it will be extracted without searching, it is like it is method of JavaScript, which has been included. It is a feature of JavaScript which has been included in the ES6 concept. So it is basically telling, it's a syntax of that. Okay, okay. So no, inside this particular curly braces, if you write any key of this particular object, it will fetch that particular key and it will copy on this particular variable. Okay, is it a syntax? Yes, it is a syntax. It is a syntax. Okay, Nilanjan. So basically, age will become a variable. Yes, age will become a variable. Can we take keys without? Yeah, we can take. Can take like this. We can do. Okay, it will not have any problem. Then also it will search for the entire object. No, no, it will not search for entire object. It will just access this particular object and it will just copy this particular thing. It is just a way of writing, है ना? Okay, it's just a way of writing. It's the same way that we have also seen like for each and for, है ना? Okay, for each and for does the same thing, but for each is more optimized. Okay, the same way it is more optimized. Okay, it is called destructuring. Yes, it is called destructuring of object. Destructuring of an object. Correct. Right. Now let's just go a bit detail in this. Okay. Let's just go in big detail in this. So for an example, consider that you are accessing something which is not there inside the object. Let's say in my current object there is no method called like no property called as last name. If I access that, what it will be happening? Hariharan, yes, age is now variable. Like, how did you know, the sir, that is more optimized? Because it is the method of ES6. You can also read from the ES6 concepts what is array destructuring and what is object destructuring. Okay, okay, it is more optimized. You can also learn a more bit in detail in this. Okay, okay. Now, if you want to know how it is optimized, okay, okay, if you know how it is optimized, then see, I'll give you some time for that. Now time is for like today and tomorrow. You have to just do R&D in this how it is more optimized. And if you feel it is optimized, then you have to come up with the answer on Monday. Would it work, or you want me to like explain right now? Would it work, or you want me to explain right now, guys? Can you once tell me how you got 24? Okay, I'll explain. Okay, okay, I'll explain now. Okay, so see, uh, in the normal thing, whenever we have a particular object which we try to access, okay, so you have like hundreds of property inside that. Okay, okay. Now, if you just specify that you have to just search for this particular index. So let's say if you have 100 property in your second property, you have your age, right? So let's say for an example, if I want to give you a detail, then we stop this. So for an example, this is your object, this is your name, this is your age, this is your first name, last name, and some more keys like that. Okay, I'm not bothering about values right now. Okay, okay. Now if you do your, this is your person object. So if you do person dot first name or person dot name, okay, so it will search and from entire of this object. So just a minute. So we can also modify this property. Let me, yeah, you can modify that. I'll come into that, Ikta. Just a while. Okay, don't worry. So if I access this person dot name here, you know, so it will be going from entire of this object. But if you do, instead of this, if you do like this name, let name from this person object, then it will not scan through entire object. It will just take this out. Or if you do age, then it will just fetch this out, not entire thing. This is how it is optimized. I hope, am I making sense? If you want to learn more about it, then I'll just sharing a link. Let me find it if I can. uh, okay, let me search into that. If you want more explanation in that, then just a second. You can just search about destructuring performance. Okay, destructuring, or else you can just search why we are No, no audio, no audio. Now it's there or not? Okay, can you guys see my Mozilla screen right now? I have searched something. Can you see that? The Google search? No? Okay, just a second. Okay. Now can you see the Google search that I did right now? Why you use the object destructuring, right? So if you see that, see destructuring in JavaScript expression that allows us to extract data from arrays, objects, maps, sets, like any of the this thing. Destructuring allows us to extract multiple properties or items from an array at a time. So for an example, what does this mean? That if you access array.name like object.age and object.person or object.name, so yeah, you did three operation here. You have access three property, object.age, object first name, object last name, for an example, you know. So you did three scans, right? But instead of that, if you just do let first name comma last name comma your name, so it will just do one operation over all over that. Yes, Hariharan is right, it will do parallel operation. So uh, just to add Ekta's question, like first of all, like let me explain this now, like you getting this or not? Okay, so if you just see here, should you use object destructuring or not? Then object destructuring is useful JavaScript feature to extract properties from objects. What is better? Can extract multiple properties in one statement, can access properties from nested objects, can set a default value in the property instant. Like what does this mean? I'll explain. But are you guys getting what I mean? What I'm meaning to say? Let's say if you want to access this name, age, and first name. So what you will do? Person dot name, person dot first name, person dot last name. Like right, there are three operations, three separate operations for this. Okay, instead of this, you can do let uh, name, first name, and last name. This will be done in the one operation only. Okay, right? Okay. Now, what was the Ikta's question? Let me go into that. Ikta, where is Ikta? Ikta, Ikta, what's your question? Can you please post it down? I'm not finding that. Sir, one doubt in doubt session. Okay. If we are having different object with same property name, like let me come into that now, guys. I have not explained yet. Let me explain first, then ask it out. Can we modify let name equals to new name? Something like this. Let me take this. Let me answer this now first. Just a second. Let me explain this first properly. Guys, can you please explain, like let me explain this first. Okay. So hold on for a while. Okay. Please hold on for a while. I have not explained this for entirely. Okay. Okay. So now after explaining this, if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Okay. Fine. So I asked you one question. From that, we divorce from different kind of doubts that I have not explained. If I do like this, that I have not have anything such as first name. Okay. If I do this, what will be my output? What would be my output? Undefined only. Let's say, for an example, if you do now, if you try to console.log person dot taste and any such property, okay? If you do this, then it will do what? Undefined only. Okay, undefined only. Why? Why? Because you can add or remove any property, but by just doing dot operator that we have already looked upon. Okay, let's say person dot taste one is equals to 23, and if you are just accessing your person now, then you can see and you can see your taste one property has been added, right? Similarly, if you try to access any property which is not there, let's say custom property like this, so you will have answer as what? Undefined. Anna? Yes? Yes or no? Anna? But now, what if I try to do this, that if I try to access this, let's say like this, let me close this particular thing because it's Google thing. Okay, let me close this. 1 second. Firefox. Okay. 1 minute. Firefox. Console. Inspect. Okay, I'm sharing this. Okay, now, if I will tell you guys that let person is equals to name test each. I'm trying to I was trying to access this much, that taste is equals to person, right? This was I'm trying to do, you know, in console.log taste. No, this is what we did, right? Yes or no? You know? Yes. Okay. Let's try to access this. You can see undefined. Now, if I do this like this, we are not defining anything. I'm just doing like this. What do you think? What will be happening right now? What would be output of this? It will become key object undefined. Okay, let's see. It will give me error because this test is not here, and we have not, like, you have to define anything like where let or const with here. It will not take dynamically, you know, as we saw earlier. Okay, now if I do, then it will be work. It will work, right? Okay, because this is not a particular variable like normal variable. This is the variable which you have to fetch from this, right? Yes or no, guys? Am I clear up to this point? Yes. Also, you can do something like this also, that no, you can wrap your entire thing like this in a particular way, like this. Can you do this? Can you do this? Yes or no? Can you do this or not? Let's check. Can't access lexical declaration person before initialization. Why it is giving me like this? Can you tell me? Can anyone tell me? Now if I do like this, that let taste, okay, I have declared one variable called as taste before, and I'm trying to assign this particular value in this. Will it give me proper output now or not? Okay, let's check. Okay, it is giving me proper output. Or else if I initialize with name and I'm holding with the name, let's check whether it has been taste like name. I need to do here. Okay, now let's check taste. Okay, names values taste, right? So these are the different ways which you like, which can be encountered in your particular live project. That is why I'm explaining right now. Okay, for an example, if you try to do okay, okay, let it be. So this object destruction is now clear, and I think so there's one thing is left. Okay, now see, what if I want like this, that let name is equals to person. Okay, now what if I want to use this name, okay, use this particular taste value, but I don't want to use this name variable. What do I do now? I'm basically saying that I want to give some custom name to this name property for further use of array, like of object destructuring. Okay, what should I use? Okay, now so for this you can use like this way, the colon taste name. Okay, or you can use like anything, any name like this, like custom name. Okay, and you can use this property by this. Okay, to do this, then you can see you have assigned the new property, like a new name to your property. Correct? Yes, है ना? Ekta, are you clear now? This not equals to this colon, है ना? Yes. Now what if I want that see inside your particular object, there if there is no property, let's say for an example, if I'm trying to access my taste is not here, right? Taste property is not here, let's say. So I want to access, like for an example, first name property is not here, right? So I'm trying to access this first name. We already saw this, that custom name dot first name comma first name. If I'm trying to access, then it will be undefined, right? But what if I want to give some default value to this? Okay, I want to give some default value to this. Okay, so at that point, at that particular point of time, I need to assign it as anything like Sanat. Okay, like this. If you try to access this now, then by default this first name would be Sanat, although it was not here, but by default we have assigned it as a Sanat, right? Right. Now, what if I want that, like till now everyone is clear, so that I can like I can show you something more advanced in this. Till now everyone is clear. Everybody. Arpit, please ask it out. Nitesh, please ask it out. Okay, crystal clear. Please repeat. Nitish, which point of time, like which particular point you want me to repeat, because we cannot repeat entire topic, right? Again, the default. Okay, default one. Okay. So see, Arpit, we do not have this first name property in our raw object. Yes or no, Arpit? You know, we do not have this default first property in our person's object, right? Raw object that we already have our copy, right? But although I do not have this, I want to assign it along with my or array or object restructuring. Okay, so I'm trying to access this my first name here, and I know that this property is not here, but I'm trying to give some extra value to this out of the box. Okay, so every time this default value Sanat would be assigned to this first name as in when I use this particular operation. Okay, okay. Okay, Subit saying what this name column custom name is doing. So I will write this for your reference, that if you do this name, it will be much helpful to you. Yes or no? Okay, I'll write this, no problem. Please ask out like this, na? I'll be more than happy to no, help you. So if you do this name column custom name, then this will indicate that you will fetch your name property with first, like custom name in further code. Okay, so if you try to access this custom name, then it is printing what taste, right? But what if I'm printing name here? What if I'm printing name here instead of custom name? What if I'm printing name here? Okay, it will be empty string. Can you see? It will be not having anything. Yes or no? Yes or no? So if I'm trying to access this here with the different name, let's say nm. Okay, here also nm, here also nm. Okay, let's see. Uncaught reference. Okay, nm. Why? Okay. Yeah, I got it. I got it. Previously, the name was empty string because name was a reserved word, right? Here, I have just changed the name of my particular property. I have said that I will use nm with the custom name, and again, I'm trying to access it with nm. So nm cannot be accessed, right? है ना? So I have to use custom name for that. this custom name property for that. Okay, because I told the interpreter that I will use nm property with custom name from now onwards. Okay, I have to make the same. Understood? Okay. Now, what this first name this will do? This first name equals to Sanath will do. Okay, I'll write right now that this first name equals to Sanath will indicate. This will indicate that uh, although you did not have first name in your row object or raw object, but we need to use it. Okay, so this is my default value. With Sanath is my default value. Okay, Sanath will be my default value of this first name. Okay, so if you try to access first name, every time it will be Sanath only, no matter what. Okay, sir. Now first name will be added to person object when console.log person. Okay, let's see. That's good question, Hariharan. Nice. Okay, so Hariharan is saying that, sir, after this operation, what if we are printing this person object? But before that, before printing that, let me tell you, this is what? This is example of what? Destructuring. Now, destructuring is what? Fetching something from original values. Okay, it's like fetching sugarcane juice from sugarcane, right? है ना? So if you fetch sugarcane juice, if you add some ginger into it or some lemon into it, does sugar will change? Like sugarcane will change, you know? If you try to access or fetch sugarcane juice and if you add ginger into it, does sugarcane will change or not? Okay. So if I run this, so if you have added this first name, you have not added actually. You have just fetched first name from this person. It was not there. You have given some default value to that, so it will have no impact on the original value. Yes or no? Am I making sense, guys, for everyone? है ना? Okay. Let me copy this. Let me copy this and paste it for you. Now, one another thing, an important thing would be to learn here is that not understand. Which point, Arpit? Arpit, which point you are making last point? Last point, that means which one? This one? First name equals to Sanath, this one? So this first name equals to Sanath is what? First name is not from your particular object, right? Okay. So it's the same thing as you are doing like this. Let first name equals to Sanath. Same thing like this. Okay. Because anyway, after making this operation, you are using this nm and first name after after the code, right? But I don't want to declare it here. I want to declare it here. That's the same thing I did, right? And if I do this, then it will first try to fetch this person from this. If it cannot find, then it will be assigning the default value that is undefined. Okay, that I already shown. Let me show you again. Okay, this is undefined. Previously, when calling name in console, it gives undefined, but when calling nm, it gives error. Yes, because name is the reserved keyword, na? So try anything apart from name, Hariharan. Hashmap and object, like we have not used hashmap right now. Okay, Vasu, please hold on. After completing the array, we'll touch into it. Okay. Now, now the important thing that was learning here is like, okay, let's say if I have such like this, that let's say I have again something like this sibling. Inside the sibling, I have array. Inside the array, I have what? Mac and Priyanshu. Okay. I have this. Okay. Now, what I mean to say by this is, so suppose now, if I'm trying to access this as like this, that here sibling will be accessed by uh, your friends. Okay. Okay. Now, if I'm trying to access this friend here, friends here. Trying to refresh it. You can see this has been printed. Let me remove this so you can understand it better. Okay. See, this array has been fetched from the person object. And a sibling array has been fetched. Yes. And now what I do now is that I will be trying to see what inside this I have an object. Let's say this will be my object. Okay, this sibling would be my object. So my brother would be Priyanshu and my sister would be Meg. Okay, for an example, right? This is my object. Yes or no? This is my object, guys. For now, I'm just removing this to have a better idea. Okay, now what I do now is I have to fetch from this person as well as this sibling. Okay, if I want to do that, okay, then what I will do now is I'll do that inside this particular object. Like, let me remove this. Okay. Inside this particular sibling, which is my object now. Let me make it big so that you can see. Inside this particular sibling, which is my object now, I am trying to access which properties. I'm trying to access which properties, brother. I'll access this as B, and sister, I'll access this as S. Okay, okay, okay. Yes. Now, if I'm trying to log this custom name B and S, okay. If I'm trying to log this, you see my Priyanshu and Mehak has been printed. Okay. So this is like nested destruction that we did. You know, object inside object that we did. Yes or no? है ना? Now let me show you something very interesting. It will be used till your entire life, just like map, filter, and array. Okay, I will be explaining something new to you right now. Okay, let me copy this and let me delete this one. Now, let's say I have a particular thing. Let's say I have particular thing such as my array. Okay, let my array would be uh, array would be inside that. Suppose I have suppose if this is my object, okay, let's say my object, not array, okay. Inside this, suppose I have my brother as again Priyanshu. Suppose I have my sister Meg. Then I have my name such as like Dipanshu. My age would be 24, and and my hobbies would be uh, in my array. Let's say singing and tracking. Okay, just like this. Okay. Now, if I'm trying to tell you that I'll copy this in your chat box, and I'm trying to give you a task that you have to access this singing, tracking, and Dipanshu. Okay, you just have to fetch this particular thing inside the array. Okay, I'm copying this, and I'll give you some time for that also to think. Try to access and print. Yes, using restructuring as well. Brother, sister, and hobbies, every hobbies. Okay, try to do this. Okay, I'm giving you 5 minutes to do that. Let's say we'll be back at 11:27. Would it make sense? Everyone is like thing is clear what you need to do. What you need to do, question is clear now, guys, for everyone now. Okay, okay, I have written that as well. Okay, I'm giving you 5 minutes to do that. We'll be come back at 27 or 28. All right, right. And then after I'll explain something very interesting. Okay, then after I'll be explaining very interesting concept to you. Okay, but before that I need to make sure that you guys are clear with this. Okay, that's why I made this small task to you. Okay, does it make sense now, everyone? Okay, na everyone? Okay, so we'll be come back at exit 5 minutes, that is 28 or 29. Okay. Am I audible now? So, hi everybody, welcome back. So, I think so everyone has no tried at least. I cannot see much comments like much like everyone has solved or not. I can just see 5 or 6 people have solved. Okay, let's solve an error now. Dipanshu, please post your error. What the error you are trying to face? Guys, everyone has solved problem or not? At least tried or not? I can just see 5 or 6 doubts only, like 5 or 6 comments only that they have solved. Okay. Uh, 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 uh. Dipanshu, let me see what you have did. I guess everyone has taken Dipanshu's name, na? In the example. Okay, so this is the Dipanshu's doubt that he is getting error. Okay, let's solve that. Let's solve together. Okay, brother Priyanshu's sister Mehak, name Dipanshu, age 24. Dipanshu is incomplete. It's incomplete, na? It's not complete. That's why you are getting error. Right. So now, uh, no sir, we cannot paste the full code. Oh, okay, okay, ऐसा है. Is this a case that you cannot paste the full code? I'll try to no tell the team so that they can work on it. Okay, you cannot paste the whole code. That's difficult. That's difficult. No problem. No problem. Let's just do one thing, na. For everyone that they are facing some problem in that, I'll be sharing my screen and let's just solve the problem together, right? So what the problem I know I given you that you need to access and print brother, sister, and hobbies, right? So what you need to do, first of all, this is equals to person. Inside the left hand side, what you need to do? Let inside this whatever you want to access, you need to write, right? So you need to access what? Brother, sister, and hobbies, right? So I will write brother, comma sister, comma hobbies. That was pretty simple, right? So if I do this, and if I'm trying to console this everything, okay, then we can see here there is a error. Why? Just a second. Let's see the error. Reference person is not defined. Okay, person is not defined. So yeah, I printed brother, sister, and my array, right? Okay. So this was pretty simple, right? Hannah, it was pretty simple. Dipanshu, let okay, brother is bro, sis, hobby equals to A. So Dipanshu, this is your mistake, na? That see what Dipanshu did is let me copy this. So what Dipanshu did is and let like I want answer from everyone. What is the mistake here? What is the mistake here? Is there any mistake? You can see, Hannah. He's trying to access from what? A, Hannah. Instead of A, it should be Quetti, na? And he's trying to print A. So instead of that, he needs to print what? Bro, sis, and hobby, right? This is what he needs to print. You know? Let's run this. Priyanshu, Dipanshu, are you getting your like answer now? I will be pasting here so that you can paste and find a mistake, right? Dipanshu, okay, noted. Cool. Okay. So now what? Where were I? Is that let me copy my particular array. It was this, right? So I was trying to give you insights on one particular thing that I need to take right now. That let's say, uh, Okay, now let's say I want to access this brother sister in my, so this brother in my bro variable, in this sister in my sys variable, and everything after this brother and sister, I want to take everything inside one object. Okay, question is clear? Question is clear what I mean to say? I want to access this brother in my bro variable, sister in my sys variable, and everything after that in one object, right? Okay, so in the JavaScript, guys, am I audible or not? Please say yes, no. है ना? Please respond so that I can get to know. Okay. Okay. So Hariharan sir, how to print the result inside array out of it using for each in destructuring of the same program. Okay, let me come into that also. Okay. So for now, what I'm trying to say, that if I'm trying to print everything after this brother and sister, this much inside one object. Okay. So let's say uh, in the JavaScript, this is something known as the REST operator. As name suggests, whatever is rest, you need to handle it in one variable. Okay, so we have taken this brother and sister, whatever is rest, we have to take in one variable. Let's say this is my rest operator, three dots is my rest operator, and then after I need to write my variable name, let's say rest of details, right? If I'm trying to print this, what happened? uh just a second, let me see what happens. Let country. Okay. Can you guys spot the mistake? What is mistake here? What is the mistake here? Yes, brother and sister, that is first mistake. Right. Okay, let's try to run now. Okay. So you can see now that my bro and sis is handled in this, and whatever is that is left, like name, age, hobbies, that are handled in my object. That it has created another object for this. Right. Right. Okay. So now let me copy this and let me take the backup of this so that you can use in the later session. Okay, now the question would be that Aradhya didn't understand. Okay, so Aradhya, tell me, this bro is what, my brother? This one. This sis is what, my sister? This one. Now I just want to take each and everything inside one separate object. Okay, that is why it is something called as my rest operator. This dot triple dot. Okay, this triple dot is my rest operator. So what do you mean by rest? Rest means the same na, that whatever has been left, you need to remaining values you need to assign to something else, right? Okay. So it is also called as like remaining values. Okay. So I assign my remaining values inside this rest, right? Okay. So you can see whatever has been left, it has been assigned in this particular object. Cool. Now, Nilanjan, am I clear now? I have explained that just now. I think so. What is the rest of detail is a variable? Yes, rest of the details is a variable. What is rest? Not dot. Yeah, dot triple dot is called as rest operator. This is one kind of operator, just like plus minus. है ना? So triple dot is my operator. This is my operator. Okay, right? Okay. Now, what we can see, what we can do now is, uh, let's say I'm get rid of this everything. Get rid of this everything. Popping this one. Okay, this. Now, what I do now is, so Shubham is saying how to access the element of an array hobbies individually, like access. Okay, okay. So you want to access the element of this particular array, है ना? So how to do that? Please tell me. I think you will, we will learn this. Like you know this already. Please no think something extra. Guys, we can take any number of variable after three dots. No, Nilanjan, please make it clear now that see, after, like, if you have just used this brother, like if you just want to use brother and I'm deleting this sister, then what is my rest now? What is my rest now? What is inside this my rest operator now? Suraj, for you as well. What is inside this my rest now? After my brother, what is my rest thing? Okay, sys 2 and everything, है ना? So if you run this, you can see what happened. Bro, sys is not there, right? You can see in my bro Priyanshu, in my sister, that is everything that is left, है ना? That is why it is called as rest operator. Okay, whatever is left, you can assign it here. Cool. Okay. Okay. Now the question comes from one guy from you. The nice question that, sir, what if I want to access this singing variable? Right. So for that, if I do like this, that let me get rid of this everything. Okay, let me get rid of this everything, right? This is my array. Okay. Let's understand basic by basic. Okay. Let's go basic by basic. So if I have this array like this, okay. Now what would be come in my array destructuring? Okay, what is array destructuring? Can anyone tell me what I need to do? What I need to do? Okay. So let's say, like, from here, if I do this, that let in this array a comma b is equals to person. Okay, is equals to person, right? Okay. So what my a will be holding now? Okay, let's console a comma b. Okay. Okay, let's do this. Okay, so see, my a would be holding what? Singing, and b is holding what? Tracking. Okay. Okay, similarly, if I have multiple values like this, let's say, okay, inside this singing, I have sing, then I have this much, like any values like this, okay, right? Okay, so now if I'm doing a comma b, okay, I'm also now also I'm doing a comma b. So whatever is my zeroth element, it will be copied in my zero, like a. Whatever is my second element, it will be copied in my b. Okay. Now if I'm doing triple dot rest, okay, and if I'm trying to access everything in my this rest, let's see what happens. See, everything has been copied, right? Right. Now what I mean to say by this is, like, if I'm doing this, that let's say, if I'm doing this comma, I'm not specifying anything in between this, right? Let's try to run this, if I can or not. So see, this first element is my a, second element is my b, third element sin would, nobody is handling them, right? And after that, whatever has been left, it will be copied in the rest. Yes, correct. Yes or no? है ना? Okay. Now if I'm telling you that, okay, so okay, we need to specify a where to print. Yes. Okay. So now if I'm telling you that, please repeat. Okay. Okay. But yeah, okay. So see, this is my variable of my array, है ना? Person is my array variable. Okay. After, in this persons, I am accessing what? A, B. Okay. So A is my what? In my first element, zeroth element. B is in my first element. Third element is blank. So see, this scene, nobody is handling them. Okay. Sing is handled by A. Tracking is handled by B. Scene is, nobody will handle scene, right? And after this, everything will be handled by what? Rest. Na? So I'm printing the same only, right? Okay. Up to this point, am I clear? Right? Do you guys want break? Do you guys want break? Because I feel so that you are not properly charged right now. Your battery is little bit down. You know? No worries. Scene is assigning to something, but to whom? Don't know. Nobody is handling scene. Priyanshu. Scene is not assigned to anyone. You know? Okay, Priyanshu. What we need to do in order to merge to? Okay, we'll see that Navneet. Okay, rest should be in the end only. Yes, Subir is correctly pointed, right? That whatever is rest, it will become in the rest, like in the last. Because if I say that I have 100 rupees, okay, and from this 100 rupees my 10 rupees will go in my credit card, my 10 rupee will go in my car EMI, my 10 rupee will go in my investment, or my 20 rupee will go in my investment. So whatever is left, 60, right? So what you did, you first get whatever I have, you minus my expenses, and whatever I have, that will become in my rest only, right? So it will come in the last now. Can you say that if I have my 100 rupee and I have 60 rupee left, without expense, without making without taking care of those EMIs and expenses? Yes or no? So rest should be always come in the last. Okay, I'll show this in after break. Okay, don't worry. I'll show this after break. That what if you include those rest operator in between of them, or in the first thing. All right. So we'll be taking break now for exit 15 minutes. Will be come at 12. Okay, exit 12. So please take break and come back quick. Okay. Okay, welcome back, people. Hi. Okay. So, Arpit, for you, and I'm explaining again uh, the resting. Okay, and for everyone else also. For those who have not understood it. Okay. For now, so now what I mean by this particular operation for Arpit, I'm explaining you because I think so. For everyone else, it's clear. Okay. So if you observe, this will be my zeroth index. This will be my one index. This would be two. This would be three, four, and five. Yes or no, Arpit? Right. So in the array destructuring, whatever, whatever that is, whatever that is inside this particular thing. Okay. So this A would be of zero index. One B would be on one index. This blank would be on third index, and this rest would be on fourth index. Yes or no? है ना? So whatever inside this person zeroth index, it should be copied into the zeroth index of this particular thing. So right now the A is on your zeroth index, so A would be singing, right? Right. Sorry, two and three, correct. Okay. A is now on the zeroth index, so A would be copying in the singing. B is now in the tracking, so one and one index would be copied. Okay, so B would be tracking. Since this blank, so can you cannot assign anything to blank, right? So sin is not handled by anyone, right? After this, after this, whatever that you have inside this, now whatever you have left inside this, right? Okay, this would be copied from, like, copied to rest operator, right? Okay, so now if you run this, we have to comment down this as well, okay? Or else like this, okay? Now you can see your A has been printed what? Singing. Your B is printed what? Tracking. The sin is no one that was handled by no one that is handling sin, so it is not covered in your console. And whatever that is on your rest, that is your entire thing after sin, tracking, ing, and string. Okay, it will be on the array, right? So now I was explaining that the rest would be on every time, the rest would be on the last. Why? So let's try to do like this, that let's make it in the beginning like this. Okay, and see what happens. Rest element may not have trailing comma. That means this rest cannot be done here. If I cut here and if I try to push here, let's check what happens now. Okay, see the same error, है ना? Now if I do like this, and after this I have blank space. Okay, like this. Okay, okay. If I do like this, see the same error, right? So rest would be always come on the last. It cannot go in between. All right. Okay. Now, now the thing would I'll give you one example on that is, so till now everyone is clear, na? Till now everyone is clear, right? Crystal clear, है ना? Great. चलो ठीक है. So since I am getting more responses, as you know, they have understood this, I will solve some problems now. Okay. Let me just copy this. Yes, Ekta, we can have it. We can have multiple blanks. Okay, I'll copy this and I'll just delete this one. Now, if I'll tell you, if I'll tell you guys that uh, you have one problem that you have an array. Let's say I have an array where array is equals to, okay, inside my array I have my elements as 1 2 1 3 5 0 and like 3 5 0 8. Okay, like this. Okay, I have this much of element. Okay, or else let's say like if you want, then like let's take an example of this. Okay, 1 3, then I have 2, again 2 and 5. Okay, suppose I have this example, right? Now what I want in my output is, so Hariran is saying, is it like substring? Which one? Yeah, it will be like substring. Yes, rest would be like substring. Okay, it would be array only. Okay, now what I want in my output is that whatever that is present on my even elements. Okay, whatever that is my present on my even elements. Okay, okay, that should be always greater than the odd position elements. Okay, so in this particular case I want my output as 1 5, then 2, then 3, then 2, right? See, every time my even position elements are greater than my odd position elements, every time, right? Right. So this I want in my output. So you need to think. I'll give you some time to think how to implement this. Okay, what should be my logic? I'll give you some time to think upon it. Am I making sense? Nilanjan, the question is clear. That okay, I'll explain again, Nilanjan. Please focus, huh? Guys, please focus. I think so. You lost some focus in between. So I was saying that if you have this array, then every time your even position elements, let's say 2 and 4 in this particular case, would be greater than your even position elements. So I want this as my output. So if you observe this, then my 5 would be always greater than from every odd position elements, let's say 1 2 and 2. 3 would be always greater than 1 2 2, always greater than the odd position elements. Every even position elements would be greater than the odd position elements. Am I clear? Okay. So I'm giving you 5 minutes to think upon it, how to implement this. Okay. It's almost 12:10. We'll be come back at 12:15. Okay. I want every one of you to think upon it, how to implement this with approach, and if possible with the code. Okay, because I don't think so that this is a much difficult thing. Okay, right? Can you think on this, everyone? Can you give it a try? You know? Okay. So I'll copy this and I'll be posting into this one. This is a question. I have pinned with the message also. Okay, I am giving you 5 minutes to think upon it. Let's see who can resolve it. Okay. Okay. I cannot see anyone has posted anything, you know, except Subit. Okay. Okay, fine. So, anyone has got idea what should be the logic? Anyone? Priyanshu, Dipanshu, Ekta, Navneet. Okay, Navneet has posted something. Dipanshu has also posted something. Actually, I cannot see your entire code. That's the same thing. Swaps with three consecutive elements. No. Okay, unable to get logic. Let me clear with that. ठीक है? Logic तो समझना ही पड़ेगा ना. Let's say. Okay, I'm sharing the. Okay, this one. Okay. So guys, you have your array as 1, 3, 2, 2, 5. ठीक है? Let's say for now, just forget this. Let's say you have array like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is already been in result what you have, what you want. Yes or no? Nilanjan, what is our question? Question says every even elements should be greater than odd elements. This 2 is greater than 1, that's true, but 2 is greater than 3, no, right? है ना? So this is not sorted, right? But if I have this question, okay, if I have this question, that if I have this array 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, so what I will do, I will just take the this value 4, okay, this is, so suppose let's say this is already been sorted, है ना? This is sorted, this value is sorted. Guys, please focus, please focus, है ना? Please discuss, please don't discuss internally. I have given sufficient time to discuss that, है ना? Till that time nobody, no one has commented anything. Okay, so now if I'm explaining, please focus, है ना? I'll check everything. Okay, now what I'm saying that this 1, 2, 3, 4, let's say it's sorted, है ना? This is sorted or not? This is already been sorted, है ना? Now let's suppose कि I'm taking the value from, I'm taking the value from the every even indexes, that is maximum. Let's say uh, I'll just make a one loop. Okay, in that particular loop, what I'll do, I will check first of all whether this index is even or not. This is not even, right? This is not even. This is zero. Zero is not even, right? Yes or no? है ना? So what I will do, I'll just I'll just go after that. I'll just go after that. Or else in other way, I can say that I'll just first create my new array. Let's say I'll create my new array as result. Okay, it will hold my final value. This is my original array. This is my original array. For an example, just for now, just forget about this. Okay, I will come back on this particular solution. Now I'll create one new array such as result. This will be the blank array. है ना? Then after I have to iterate through every element of it, right? I have to iterate through every element of it, and I need to check. I need to check for every time whether my current index, that is right now this index, is even or not. So how do I check this? Let's say I'm traversing it through like this for I equals to 0. I less than n is my length of the array, and I plus plus. Inside this, I'm checking. I'm checking whether my I is even or not. Okay, right? I'll check that yes or no. है ना? Yes, है ना? But what I'll do, I know that this I will initially word will not be even, so I'll check that whether my I plus one would be even or not. Okay, like this, right? Right? Okay. If this is not even, then we'll go in the else block. If this is even, then we'll continue in this. Okay. So right now it's not even, right? One is not even. Okay. So what we will do? We will assign this particular first value of this. Okay. Okay. To the result. Okay. Yes or no? Yes or no? How many of you guys says yes, and how many of you guys says no? No. Okay, Arpit says why I plus one. Arpit, I already said now that you need to work on what? In which indexes? Even indexes, but you know that this is not even, right? So that is why I did what? I plus one. I plus one is what? 0 plus one. Yeah, 0 plus one. That is this one. 1 modulo 2 equal to 0. That is not true. It will go in this particular case. Okay, you can also write either way. Na? What is the case in the bigger number? We'll see that. We'll see that. First of all, let's solve this, right? Okay. Has anyone gone any kind of hint right till now or not? Got some hint, na? So let's say, can I say that whatever array you have, first of all, you need to sort it. Okay. So whatever array has been given, you need to sort it first of all. By this only you can get these values. This is in the last. You can say this is highest value you have. The second would be the second highest value. The first would be the smallest value. Right. Right. Yes. Got some hint now. Yes or no? You understood the approach. Ekta got some hint, है ना? For everyone else, what else? You got some hint or not? So can I say that every even index, say like say this is my new array. In this new array, this will be my four index 0, 1, 2, 3. This is my sorted array. Let's say in my sorted array, the last element would be always my bigger number. So can I tell you that every even index is, so that suppose I have five also. Okay, okay, I have five also. So if I have my fourth index also here, so can I say that every this will be my maximum value 5. So can I assign this 5 to my every even indexes here? Okay, right? So by any way I can assign 5 to either this or this, like let's say here. Okay, and the second highest value, that is 4, if I assign here, and rest of the element if I make as it is. So can you see my array has been my value, like every even element is now greater than the odd elements, right? So what I did, first of all, I did what? Array dot sort, so that I can get the second highest and highest value and highest values in my later terms in my array, right? Right? है ना? Yes? No. What is even index? Is it value or index position? I am talking about index position from beginning. Okay? This is your index position 2, this is your 4. So this 4 and 5 is greater than every odd element. Okay, Niranjan, please focus more. No, it's not complex, Dipanshu. You are making it complex, है ना? Don't worry. Joseph, first of all, think about the logic. Then after you can think about filter or map or normal function you have to use. Okay. first sorting of values is compulsory. Yeah, if you do na, if you do this first, like, so let's say if you have array like this, okay, the original array that we had 1 2 3 4, like, so which one have we had? 1 3 2 2 2 5, 1 3 2 2 and 5, okay. See, by any way I can sort this, so that I can get the output like this: 1 2 2 3 5, right? Right. Now this is my output array. In my output array, this is my initially will be my blank array: 0 1 2 3 and 4 value, right? Right. So inside this I need to get maximum element in this one, okay, 2 and 4. Now I have sorted my element, okay, I have sorted my elements. So can I say this two are the maximum elements from this three? Can I say this? है ना? So can I assign this 3 and 5 to this 2, like here 3 and here 5, or here 5 or here 3, and the rest of the element can I make it as it is, right? So this would be output na, ठीक है? Yes, right? So Dipanshu, tell me, 0 modulo 2, what would be the output? 0 modulo 2, what would be your output? If your output is 0, then it's even. If not, that is, it's not. Right? Right. You told a different output. I told somewhat similar output. I told this na, that 1, 2, 5, 2, and 3. I told this output, right, Mac? Here also you can see. Here also you can see every. Oh, so sorry, so sorry, so sorry. Just a second. Just a second. I eventually, like, just a second. Just a second. I think I have mistaken something. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay. So, what was the question? The question is in the pinned comment. Okay, in the pinned comment. 13225. Okay. So what would be my even elements? What would be my even indexes? To be honest, 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. What would be my even elements? Or what would be my odd elements? Okay. The second and fourth element would be my this and this would be my what? Even elements, or else I can say the odd elements. I'm so sorry, I mistake. I had mistake in that. Okay. So I started with 1 2 3 4 5. So actually I told this even. Okay. But array would be always start from 0. So that's why this whole mess was created, right? So now you can understand that if I want every second, like every odd element to be greater than every even element, okay, the question would be now completely reverse. Okay, so I want my output as what? 1 5, then 2, then 3, and then 2. Can I say this? Now everything is fine. Now everything is fine. Yeah, you were in confusion, right? So sorry, because I had tried, like, I had thought about this one. Okay, that's why I told this even elements. Okay. Okay, but array would be always start from 0. Okay. So you learn something new now, that or you don't have to think about 1 2 3 4. You have to think from 0 1 2 3 4, right? So don't worry, we have not wasted much time in that. Okay. Okay. So now what would be my logic? That I want this in my output. So what would be my logic? So first of all, what I'll do, I'll just sort my array. Let's say I have this in my input. I will sort my array, and whatever I have in my output, that is, this is my empty output. I will just make the 0 1 2 3 4. I'll just make sure that this my odd indexes, it should be filled with the maximum value. So how can I get the maximum value from this? So I'll just take from this here, last element. This is maximum here. This is my second odd index. So I'll take this 3 here, and I'll pick this here. Rest element would be as it is. Am I clear up to this point with the approach? Can this be matched now? That's why we have sorted, so that you can get the maximum element in the last. Am I okay with this particular points? I hope now we can get it for everyone.
right? Dipanshu, please say which point of which particular point. Yes, na? Okay, fine. Okay. Now we will think about how we can implement that. Okay. Now we will think about how we can implement that. So if you want to implement that, then first of all you need to make traverse from it. Okay. So I'll take I equals to 0, I less than n. N would be your array dot length, है ना? I plus plus, ठीक है, by which I can traverse through my loop, है ना? ठीक है. Now I will check whether my I plus 1 modulo 2 equals to 0 or not, right? Now you guys can relate with it why we did this I plus 1. Yes or no? Yes or no? Because 0 is my even, 0 plus 1 would be my odd. Okay. So my odd elements, if I encounter any odd elements, so I will take what the result, I will fill my result of I is equals to is equals to the last element of my array, which has been sorted. Okay. Okay. So this was my sorted array, I'll take the last element of it. Okay. That means my A of last element, right? So Suroj, what I mean this is, what I mean by this is like I plus 1. So if you start with the 0, if you start with the 0, then you will encounter the odd like even elements right now, है ना? But I want to fill my elements with the odd values right now, right? See, if you encounter, like if you focus on this one, that what we did is here we have first of all sorted our elements. Okay. First of all, whatever array we have given, we have sorted the elements, and and we have picked the last element which has maximum value, because if you sort the array, your last element would be the maximum one, right? Yes or no? Okay. Okay, so in this 0 plus 1, that is I plus 1, I starting from 0, so I plus 1 should be filled with what, the maximum element, that is your last element in the sorted. Yes, है ना? Yes. Now again, if you encounter this 3, that is your odd value, you have to fill with what, the second last element. The rest would be as it is. Yes or no? Yes or no? Right? So that is why what I did, 0 plus 1, that is 0 plus 1, that is my first index, should be filled with what, my last element, which was sorted like 5 here, right? Right. Now in case of the odd elements, like even elements, what I need to do, in case of odd even elements, my result of I would be what, a of a of a of my first elements, right? Now this, what is this last and what is this first, I'll just let you know. Okay. So you can also initialize like my first, or my, like, no, I can initialize with what, my first would be initialized with 0, and my last would be initialized with what, my array dot length minus 1, right? Array dot length actually, right? Array dot length minus 1. Yes or no? I can be 13252. It also satisfy the condition. Yes, Priyanshu, it will also satisfy the condition. But see, if you want to fill 3 here, then you need to do one more operation, because see, from this sorted array, let me clear something out this. Okay, so you can see this is my sorted array, right? So from this sorted array, if you take this 3, then you need to do one more operation to go here. Okay, if I just access my array of last, then I can access 5. But if you have to access this, then you need to access what, array of last minus 1. But why you need to make one more operation, है ना? 5 is also maximum, so use that. If you encounter one more odd element, then you can do this 3. Okay. So what I did right now, that I have initialized my first, let me clear this up everything. So I have initialized my first with 0, and my last with the array dot length minus 1, right? Because array dot length will return me what, 3 plus 2 5, but I need to traverse from what, 0 to 4. Okay, that's why I did what, array dot length minus 1. Correct, right? Okay. So whatever my last element would be, if I encounter odd element, then my last element would be copied to my result of I. Yes or no? है ना? So I'll take my last element from my sorted array, that is 5 here, and I'll fill that into this particular odd position here. Right? Right. Okay. But what if I have my else is my like if I have my even position, let's say this is my zeroth position, right? So in my zeroth position, whatever my element would be, I have started my first with 0. So whatever my element would be, that would be as it is, that would be made as it is, right? Because first element would be anyway the smallest value because we have sorted the array. Yes or no? ठीक है? Right? Guys, getting this? Yeah, right. Okay. So let's see in the code, okay, so that you can have more idea on it. Yes, because we have run the loop, that's why it will be taken care of, Dipanshu. Okay, let's see. Modulo 2 equal to 0 means the odd position. Sorry, the even position, but we have started with I plus 1, है ना? Right? We have started with I plus 1. Let's implement this. Okay, don't worry. So now what we will do, first of all, we will initialize our result array. Okay, this is empty. Second one, this we will initialize our first is equals to 0, first in index, and second would be my last index, that would be initialized with my array dot length minus 1. Okay, so I'll take my array dot length as my n minus 1. Okay, okay, here I will take my n as my array dot length. Cool. Okay, right, right, or else I can also say here. Okay, now now what we'll do now, I'll iterate through every indexes. Let's say I is equals to 0, I less than n, or I less than last. Okay. Sorry, I less than n only be here. Okay, and I plus plus. Inside this particular thing, now we have entered into the loop. Since we have entered into the loop, now we will check whether my particular index is even or not. Okay, so I plus 1 modulo 2 is equals to 0. Okay, what does this mean? This will assign even indexes with maximum elements, right? Right. Okay, so okay, so what we'll do here, that we have assigned this result of I is equals to my a of last minus minus, right? And in the else operation, what we'll do, my result of I is equals to my a of my first operation, right? First plus plus, correct? Since I have used here the post increment here, so it will first assign and then increment, right? I can also do like this also. I like a of last, and I can also here like do like last minus minus. Okay, but I have made the two operation here. Okay, okay. Now if you see that you have assigned your array, you have initialized your length. Now if you like console dot log result, if you just do like result, okay, then uh, let's check what will be the output. Okay, and let's put the debugger here also. Okay, debugger. Now let's run this. So you can see right now my I is equal to 0, right? I'll n is my 5. Okay, okay. I'll enter here I plus 1, that is what? 0 plus 1, that is 1 modulo 2, that is what? Odd or even? 1 is odd or even? This will give me the true or not. This is true or not? Not, right? So it will enter here, right? See, okay. So what we have did, a of 0, what is my in my inside my a of 0? A of 0 is what? My 1. Okay, so result of 0 would be assigned with what? Would be assigned with what? 1, right? Just a second. Okay, okay. So right now, just a second, it's something happened here. Wait a second. Let me clear this up. And this is not A actually, this is ARR. Okay. Nobody has observed this. That's fine. It's understandable. Understandable. Okay. Now we enter into this. Okay, we have to refresh it, run it again. Okay, so this is my 0 plus 1. This is my odd index, that is why it will be happened here. Okay, it is not even, that is why it is taken care of here. Okay, so my array of first, that is my 0. What is my array of 0? That is first element. So result of 0 would be assigned with what? 1. Okay, till now everyone is with me. Till now everyone is with me. If you see result, it will be 0th index would be 1, right? It's as expected, correct? Okay, let's see now. Let's increment the I is now my 1. 1 is less than 5, that is true. Okay, right? I'm entering into again into this. So 1 plus 1, that is true. 2 modulo 2, that is my even number, right? So it will enter here. Okay, it will enter here. Yes, yes or no? Hai na? So it's copying my last element. Let's say array of my last. So what is my array of last? 5. So 5 will be copied into my array result of 1. Correct? Yes. So my result of 1 would be now what? 5. Correct? Yes or no? It's as expected as we saw earlier. है ना? Everyone? ठीक है? Now again I'm incrementing my index. So my I is my now 2. So I'll just say 2 plus 1, 3 modulo 2 will be my odd or even, like it's true or not, right? Odd. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. I was about to tell you that. Okay. Santosh has a point that we have not sorted the array. Okay. Let's check. Let's check what happens still. Okay. So 2 plus 1, that is 3 modulo 2, that is odd. It will happen into this array of 1. It's what? 2. Okay. So it will assign my result into second is my 3. Okay. Can you see something is wrong here? It's wrong, na? It happens wrong. Hai na? This is not expected. It should be 2 here. Yes or no? See the output. See the output in the comment. Hai na? It should be 2 here. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. So now let's stop this debugging as of now, and let's make our array sorted. Okay. So before entering into the any loop, okay, before entering into the any loop, we will first sort our array dot sort. Okay, like this. Okay, I'll just make after initialize my array. Okay, like this. Cool. Okay. Okay, now let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, now my I is again 0. 0 plus 1 would be 1 modulo 2, that is odd. It will happen here. So it will keep my array of first will be taken care out, and it will be filled in my result 1. Okay, that's true. Fine. Cool. Now in the second turn, it will be my I is 1. So 2 modulo 2 would be 0. It will enter into the loop. It will take the last element, ticket, which is my 5. Okay. Okay, and I will increment my condition here. Okay, so now from now you have to make reference of this like sorted array na? Like 1, 2, 2, 3, and 5. From this you need to take last element, right na? Not from this one. This is your raw array. You need not to take from this one, hai na? You need to sort it and then you have to take it, right? Okay, so first of all, let's console it. Okay, console.log array here. Okay, let's see what it gives us output. Okay, if I remove the debugger as of now, if I run this, see my array has been sorted 1, 2, 2, 3, 5. Correct. So it's true, right? So that I can able to run it, right? Yes or no? Na, guys. So if I uh, do this, then okay, refresh it and run it. So we had the first iteration, right? So in the first iteration, right now my result is having 1. In my first iteration, that will be my 2, 1 plus 1, that is 2. So it will take the last element, which is what? This 5, right? So 5 will be now be copied and will be filled into the result 1. Okay, it was as expected till now. Okay, result is now 1 5, right? Everyone, it is as expected, na? Correct. Now I'll increment one more thing. Okay, I is now my 2. So I enter again here. So 2 plus 1, that is 3. It is odd. So it will handle here. So it will pick element from the beginning of it. Okay. Okay. It will pick element from the beginning of it. So which element will be picked? 2, right? So 2 will be picked and filled into the second element. Correct? Yes? Yes or no? Correct, na? Cool. Now my I is again incremented. I is now my 3. I'm entering again into it. It's odd. Sorry, it's even. 3 plus 1, that is 4. Okay, so result of my 3 would be filled with my last element, second last element. Second last element is what? My 3. Correct? It's not 2, hai na? It's not 2 like here. We have sorted, that's why we have to take from here. Correct? Yes or no? Correct? So it will be copied into the third index. It's like as expected. Yes? Correct? Right? Now again I am incrementing my I. Now I is my 4. 4 is less than 4. True or not? 4 is less than 5. That is true or not? True, right? So we have to enter again. It's odd. That is why it will pick element from the first. That is my array of first. That is 2. So what is my second element now here? That is 2, 0, 1, 2. That is my 2. This element, right? Right. So it will be taken care of and it will be get printed here as 1, 5, 2, 3, 2. It was as expected. Correct? है ना? True. Right. This was amazing, right? Yeah. So this is how you can, like, you have to think, like, first of all, if you have observed, then we have solved our problem on paper, right? You know, then after only we have moved here, right? Everyone everyone got this? I can see the confusing faces. So once it is sorted, yeah, array has been changed now. We have printed, that's why I have printed like console here. You can see here. Got it? I tried on paper but I failed. Don't worry, Dipanshu will get it, you know, don't worry. Okay, I can see the confusing faces. Can I have problems in that? It was quite easy, right? For everyone it's quite easy, or you have still something to be explained? You want me to explain? Easy, right? So I'll take one poll so that I can get to know, because I'm not sure like how you have got this problem or not, because I can, you are saying on comment that you have got it, but in the confusing phase I can see 52 faces are confused. Yes, guys, please post your question. I can sir take an example with 7 digit. Okay, fine. So let's take an example with 7 digits. Okay, 5, then 1, then 7. Okay, okay, let's take with this, and let me remove this. Okay, I run this. You'll see the output now. Okay, I think so it's proper. Cool. Take an Nilanjan. If I expand this, then it will look something like this. Okay, right. So are you guys are clear with this or not? Yeah, 117. I don't know how. People, you don't have to, like, if you have understood, don't click on this confused phase, huh? I think so. If you have clear, then you are clicking on the confused phase. Just give me thumbs up so that I can understood by that. Okay, give me thumbs up if you understood. Okay, how in the case of destructuring it was not changing the default value, for example array value, but in case of sorting it changes the default value. Console.log error. I'm not getting that. Yeah, in case of destructuring was a whole different concept, है ना? Destructuring was whole different concept. It's not related to sorting and all. Okay, so guys, can you please post the like the doubt if you have, or else we can go move ahead. I have one more problem for you. Okay, I'll take one more poll. If you if you have any doubt, guys, please no tell me. I'll take one more poll so that I can get to know. Please click on yes if you have understood, and please click on no and post your doubt if you don't get it. Okay, if you cannot post your doubt, then I cannot help you. Okay, no matter how many times I will ask. Okay, okay, so let's start with another question. That's fine. Okay, let's start with another question. That is, no, like if you change the where to const, it will no, like, it will make no difference, है ना? It will make no difference. So don't worry. Okay. Now, in the second question we have is that uh, suppose I have my object. Okay. Suppose I have my object. Let's say I'll just share my screen of OneNote. Okay. Now, suppose I have my object as in my object one. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now, Venkat? है ना? Okay, cool. ठीक है. So now I'll have my object one as, if you cannot hear me, just refresh your page. Okay. Okay. Inside this object, I have my name as John. Okay. I have my age. I'm taking the same example that is given on the deck. Okay. Don't worry. So you can relate also. Okay. In the degree, I have my CS. Okay. These are my input, and I want my output, or I have my another object as, let's say my object 2. Okay, this is my object 2. Inside my object 2 I have age and degree only. Okay, I have my age, that is 23, and my degree, that is CS. Okay. Okay, now I have to compare these both objects, object 1 and object 2, and if these both object are true, like if this age and this degree are present here, right? So it will give me result as true. Okay. 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 So you need to make a program in that. You need to compare each and every keys of every object. Okay, these two objects you need to compare. Okay, values are same. Yes, you need to first compare with the help of the key. है ना? If keys are same, ठीक है, then your keys values are same, then you need to return true. Okay, correct? Got my problem? Right? How many of you guys got the problem? Got the problem, na? This is pretty simple. This is pretty simple. यार प्रॉब्लम में भी कंफ्यूजन फेस क्यों आ रहा है? प्रॉब्लम अंडरस्टूड और नॉट? आई थिंक सो यू गाइस आर प्लेइंग विथ मी. Okay, I'm explaining again. Okay. So, this is my problem. That is my object one. Inside my object one, I have the name, age, and degree. Right. Inside my object two, I have my age and degree. Right. Okay. Okay. So I need to compare my each and every object. Okay. If I need to compare my each and object's value, to be precise. Okay. If my objects value are the same, then I need to click on true. Okay. Okay. Otherwise, I can click on false. Like I can return false. Yes. Okay. Got it now. For everyone, it's now got it now. Okay, cool. Okay. So now what I'll do, Bharat, which part you didn't understand because I have repeated the question twice. Where were you at that time? Bharat, are you there? This is my object one. I'll explain that. Don't worry. But please be on be like you are investing your time, right, guys? You're investing your time. You are investing your Sunday weekend. So make some productive thing out of it, right? We are not making this at like early mornings, na? We have started at 10, right? Okay, so now my name is like I can say example of John. Okay, my age is 24, and I can say anything like my hobby, or I can say like it's student or not. I can say anything, right? Student or not. I can say it's my true, right? Okay. In my object two, like I'll explain. Wait for a while. Okay. In my object two, I have just these two things. Okay. Let's say my age and is student. Okay. Now I need to compare my value and key. Like if I need to compare whether my age key, I need to compare my keys as well, and I need to compare my values as well. So this age key in object one should be 24. The same key in object two, its age, should be returned by 24, right? So age and key both would be the same. Parag, now you got it. Yes. Okay. So now what we'll do now? What we will do now? Bharat, you also got it right. Cool. Okay. So what we will do now that we will iterate through every keys of the object. Okay. So I have not taught this, but this concept in your class. I think so. I think I have not. Yeah, I have not. I think so. If yes, then please say yes or no. Okay. In the for there are something called like this, like for in loop. Okay. So for key in object one. Okay. If I do like this console.log obj of key. Okay. Okay. So this is something known as my for in loop. Okay. So if I just run this, if not, then you have, I'll just explain this. If I run this, obj1 is not defined. Okay. Yeah. This is here obj1. Okay. If I run this, then see, it's returning me the what? My every values of my key of object one. Okay. So it will take every keys from the object one, and I did what? Object one of key. Let's say object one of name, object one of age, object one of is student. Okay. I'm doing every time console, right? So instead of this, if I do key, just key, not object one dot key of key. Okay. So it will return me what? Just the keys, name, age, and student, right? Okay. This is something has been introduced in ES6. Okay. Okay. There here key is keyword. No, key is not keyword. Okay. You can also do something like this item in object one. Okay. And here I can log item. Okay. Okay. It will give me the same result, right? If we use of instead of, yeah, for of what it is, I'll explain that. Okay. Don't worry. Just hold on for a minute. Okay. So now what I'll do, I'll check whether my item of object1 is equals to item of object2 or not. Let's say if I can check like this, like where if my object1 of key of or item is equals to object2 of item. Yes. Okay. So it will match my key and my values as well, right? Because see, in my first object there is name, in the second there is no name, right? So it will not, it will give me what, object2 dot of name, it will give me what, undefined, right? It will not true, right? Okay. So similarly I have checked whether my object1 of item is equals to object2 of item or not. If those both are equal, then I can return true, otherwise I can return false. Since I have used the return statement, I need to make it in the function is same or not. Okay. Okay. Correct. Got it. Now I am just doing what, console dot log is same. I need to pass something. I need to pass something, right? My obj1 comma obj2. If I don't pass, then also it will be fine. Okay, but I have passed it for your reference. Okay, because since I have declared it in the block scope, in the top scope, okay, so I can access it here, but I have just passed it for your reference. Okay, I hope you can understand that. Okay, so this both gives me not equal. Why? It should be true, right? है ना? It should be true. Name is not there. Okay, name is not there, right? Yes or no? Yes. So this both objects are not same, right? So let's say if I remove this, it should return me true, right? I refresh the page. Yes, and true. Correct. Yes or no? Correct, na? ठीक है? So it was pretty easy peasy, easy problem, right? Okay. So there is how to do exist then. What do you mean by that? Like this object 2 has each key or not, such like this. You can implement the custom logic for that, है ना? Can we do not compare object 1 equals to object 2? That's good question. Good question. So see, he's asking us to just console, like let's say I'm just console dot log. If I just do like this, object 1 is equals to object 2, then what will be happening, right? Okay, let's comment it out everything. Okay, obj is not okay. Okay, obj 1. Okay, it's not true. Okay, so obj1 equals to obj2, it you cannot compare like this. Okay, you cannot compare like this. Okay, also you can try this also, like you can able to get your output or not. Okay, okay, you cannot get your output. Now what I mean to say by this for in. Okay, so we had learned something new today, for in, right? Even though the name is not in the object 2, shall we return the true because other keys and values are exist in obj1? So can we do this, guys? Hariharan is saying that can we do like in the name, this was our name and this was our item, you know, anything like this. Okay. So can I iterate through? Can I return true whether my age and student are same? Okay, age and student is same here. So can I return true here? So can I say that if any one of key from this object one or object two is matching, I need to return true. Otherwise, I need to ignore. Okay, can I check that? Can I check that? है ना? So how can we check that? So you can check. How can we check that? Like you can say, then I will implement it. Okay. Now what I want that any one of key from these two would be matching. Then I need to return true or false. Okay. right? Yes, put return false outside the loop. No, if I do outside the loop. Okay, okay, that's great. That's great. So understand this code. Okay, that's smart. That's very smart. Okay, if you just do this, then let us a mistake here. Just a second. Everything is matching. Return false is same object on object two. What's the mistake here, guys? Name Rohan. Oh, okay, okay, comma. Yes, right. So now, if you can see this, it's written me true, right? If I just remove this one also from here, okay? Just one key is matching, or else just I will just remove this here from here, okay? Just one key is matching now, है ना? True, okay? So what we did is that if any of key is matching, then we'll return true. But if any of key is not matching, then we'll return false. Okay, we have moved this outside of iteration. Okay, after this whole iteration would match, then after we can make that, we can say that the any key is not matching. Correct or not? Logically it's true, na? Okay, that's what's very impressive. Who said that? Okay, uh, 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 okay, let it be Keshav, right? Yeah, great, Keshav. Break after, yeah, you can also take break after if. Okay, so any other condition would not match, right? You can also do like that. Okay, in that particular case you cannot write anything after this after return, because it will not get executed. So you have to take another variable such as is matched or not, and then after you can return this break. Okay, okay, you can also implement such things like that. I didn't get return false how it processing in our requirement. So see, this is our for loop, है ना? That means you have to iterate through every keys of this object 1 object 2. After iterating everything, if you have not found anything, if you have found that the keys are equal, है ना? So you will return true. Okay, if you return true, so your execution would be gone, है ना? But if after this iteration, if any of key is not present, then you need to return false. Okay, that does mean that you any of the keys not matched. To check all of them, right? Yes. Okay, but see, if you don't write break here, like I will suggest don't write break, because anyway it's returning us true, na? Okay, we are returning here, right? We are not processing after that, so break will not make any sense here. Correct? Got it? Yes, got it. Now today we have learned something called as for in, है ना? There is also something called as for off. Okay, let me tell you what is that. Sir, I have two doubts. Yeah, please ask, Ikta. What function will pass return true or false? Function, like, see, this function is we are calling, okay? This return true and false is inside this function, okay? If any of the keys matched, it will return true. If any of keys not matched, it will return false. It's just the same case as you are writing that if any of keys presenting after executing this array, you need to return true. It will not get into this particular point, okay? After this particular line, it will control will directly transfer to here only, you know? It will not execute any other lines. Okay. Okay, Ekta, you can come on mic. Yes, Ekta.
Am I audible?
Yeah, you're audible.
So, like, I had this doubt that since we are using this for in loop in JavaScript, so when we take the first item, that is name. So like at the same time, it will look for that item in obj2, right? So name is not matching with age. So in the next iteration, it will pick up age, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so like since it's age, So
Okay,
will it
okay.
not
I
take
I
a
I I
second?
got it. I got it out. Okay,
Okay.
okay. See, what we'll do now. That's great question. Great observation. I can say, see, what is now my item now? My name, right? So it will check
Huh,
my obj of name is there or not, right? It's not there.
huh,
So it will
okay.
again go here. It is checking
Mhm,
with age, whether my obj of item, obj of age is there or not, obj two of
mhm.
age or not. It's true. It's there. It's not array that's you
Yeah.
are comparing with zero and zero, zero and one. You know? It's
Mhm.
object. So it will the object can be checked anytime. Like, if I can say the
Okay.
age, then whether it's on element zero or not, it's not matter. It's not array.
So it is the key that that it is
Yes,
picking. So it
yes.
will search for, like, in the second object it will search.
Yeah.
Also, sir, I have another doubt related to this only. So since we have earlier we had two objects of different length. In the first object we had an
Okay.
additional
Yeah, let me do
property.
that. Let's
Huh,
say I can give like
is student.
okay, like each student is already being given. So let's say each student.
Acha,
Okay,
okay.
we copy this. Okay.
Yes, so these are unequal, right? So
Hmm.
in that case also, like, do we follow the previous
See,
logic that you
uh,
explained right just
see,
now?
yeah, see, what I just said
Hmm.
that it's not an array, right? It's object. So
Hmm.
no matter how many length or how many keys are there, you are just trying to find age
Okay, okay.
from the this object one and object two. Okay, let me show you in
Hmm.
the code in the debugger. Okay, right now my item is name. So in the both of the object, it will find name is there or not. Okay,
Name.
name is there or not. Object one dot name is there or object two dot name is or not. And if it is there, it is equal or not. Okay, it is checking that. Okay,
Okay,
now
okay,
after
okay.
second iteration, it
Huh.
will pick another item, another key. Let's say age. Okay. Okay. So now
Huh.
it will check that object one of age is equals to object two of age or not. Correct?
Okay, okay. So
Right?
got
The same scenario.
uh,
The same scenario.
yes.
And after doing this, see,
Even
each student is also same. See, each student is also same, but it will not check with the each student because see, I have returned after one element is matched. So after this return true, it will not go
yes, sir.
with the each student. It will return directly.
Okay. Okay, sir. Okay, okay, got it. So the first property that it is match finding to be equal, so it is simply returning and exiting
Yes.
from this
Since
function.
I have yeah, since I
Huh.
have
Hmm.
I'm bothered to match object one is equals to object two or not. Okay, that is why I have
Hmm.
created it will iterate every keys of this object one, not object two.
Yeah.
If I write here
Okay.
object two, then it will be
Object.
said that object two is equals to object
Hmm.
one or not. Right?
Hmm.
Next question, by the way. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so thank you. Yeah.
Would you paste? Yeah, I'll paste that. Where it taking from item from reference in object one in or object two. Venkat, I have already said na we are taking item from object one. See, uh, item in object one. Okay. So keys of object one only, right, Venkat? Can you please change the value of those keys and check? Okay. See, if I take 23 here, if I take 23 here and run this, let me not go into this debugger. Okay, it's still true. Let me see just a second. Okay, let's run this. If it's true, okay. Yeah, a student is same, na? A student is same, right? If I just do false here, second key is matched, right? So if I do just false here, then it will give me false. True, correct? Sir, can we check object one is a superset of object two? Can we check object one is superset of object two? Yeah, we can check by this, na? We can check by this. What will you output if you use condition equal 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 to? So if you just do equal 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 to, then it will check the type also, right? And before that, it will just check the value. Okay, I have already explained that, Ritik. All right, only one key and value match, then true. Yes. Okay, like replacing a inif object one with object two to check subset. Yes, correct. Not replacing, just checking. You know whether object one is equals to object two or not. Okay, if I mention object 2, will it work? Yeah, it will work. Now, but it will check every keys of object 2 with the object 1, right? It will work as it is. Okay? But now, right now, it will give output as false because any of the value is not matching, right? If I just do here false, now it will give me a proper output. Okay? True. Okay? the function exists after entering age, so it does not check others. Yeah, it will not check others. Once it is matched, it will not check others. See, right now my age is not equal, right? So it is giving true for this age student, not for age. Okay, Jayesh, I want to show output equal to true or false. Okay, see, so if you do like this here, like this here, okay, false, and this false, okay, and see it's false, right? Okay, okay, because see, this is my string and this is my boolean, so it can be true, it can be true with this punch. 23 and 23, let's check with this. Okay, true, right? But if I do this, equals to, so my string 23 is not equals to number 23, right? So it will return me just a second, for this it is return me true, but I will just create it as true right now. Okay, it's false, right? Easy. What if we need to check all keys? Previously we had checked for all keys, Likhit, if you observed in the previous scenario, right? The question was to check all the keys, but then we have quickly shifted to the one key, right? Yes or no, everyone? है ना? Right? So I from the next class, so today what we have covered, I'll just let you know. Today what we have covered, I'll just let you know, and what we are targeting for the next class. Okay, next class would be much more interesting. Okay, so today what we have covered, the remaining topic first. The arrays. Inside the arrays we have covered the sort, splice, slice, reverse. Yes or no? Right? Then we have covered what? The destructuring concepts in the objects and arrays, right? है ना? Yes. Then we have covered for in loop. Then we have also solved problems with arrays and loops, right? Those were the very basic problems, right? Okay, okay. Sorry, it's slice. Okay, split. Yes, we have covered split, not slice. Splice is also a function, but I'll not go into that. Okay, we have covered split. So sorry. All right. Okay, we have covered the problems which were very basic. From the next class, that will be on the Monday, we will cover the again the basic problem solving, but it would be the level of that would be intermediate. Okay, with respect to arrays only. Okay, we'll cover many problems in that. Okay, just like reversing the array, finding zeros and ones, and all kind of those problems. Okay, we'll entirely focus on the Monday's class will be entirely focused on the problem solving. Yeah, Subit, I know you have exam tomorrow. Cool. Best of luck for your exams, everyone. Return false can we keep in for loop yeah, Joseph, you can also implement this entire thing in for loop, not in for the in also. Okay, you can also implement in that. Yeah, I'll post the code, Hariharan, don't worry. I'll no upload in the GitHub, and I'll share the PDF of today's class with Anshul. Okay, right away. Okay, JS is more user friendly. Yes. So guys, you have enjoyed today's class or not? है ना? Right. Okay, we are going to get this topics tomorrow or not, I'm not sure, Ekta. I'm not the one who's setting the papers. Okay, thank you, Nilanjan. Ekta, how about others? Any problem till now, till today? Any problem? And I'll highly prefer, yesterday's class was pretty informative, so please watch it again, है ना? Okay. So okay, great, Arpit. So on that note, we'll stop the class as of now. We for last 2 days learned a lot of topics. Yes. So see, initially it was like you felt that it was no, it was much theoretical and all. But I told you, that once we will understand the basics, you will enjoy the classes, है ना? You will enjoy this kind of classes. You will enjoy more in future once we start with the Node, Mongo, or will more practice in the API. Like you will enjoy a lot of things. Okay, there is a lot of is left in this particular curriculum. All right. So on that note, good night. Because I'll be sleeping. No, these are the core topics. Yes, these are the core topics, Nilanjan. Arpit, you have to practice a lot. Okay, you have to practice a lot for this. You don't have to remember actually. Okay, you don't have to remember actually. I taught in a way that you don't have to remember. I don't know for you, but for others, I'm sure that like make a habit now that you don't have to remember anything. Just understand the concept. That's it. If you remember, then you will forget. If you understand, then you will not forget. Right? That's the key. Okay. So on that note, goodbye, and we'll meet on Monday. Right? Yeah. Thank you for attending the class, and please keep practicing. I'll be more than happy to solve your doubts. Please keep in touch with the TS, and please watch more and more recordings if you can, and learn from the resources that are available on internet as well. All right. Cool. Goodbye for everyone.